Beyond the Field family, I am here in Kansas City at the Nebraska Senior Retreat. I was so fortunate to speak. Thank you, Gus, for bringing me out to speak.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yes. So, Senior Retreat, some people probably watching this like, Senior Retreat, how do you do it? What are you doing? What's the importance of it? So if you could talk to them about
it's
the
a
importance.
senior football business seminar. Just prepare our guys for life after football to get them thinking about it now versus waiting until the game's done at the college level. Have them going into any NFL camp ready, more prepared than the other rookie coming in, or going into the real world having an idea of what they want to do.
Yeah, and I appreciate the framework you had because you had the NFL here, NFLPA, former Nebraska and NFL greats, Hall of Famers, and I was able to get the caboose, bring it together. But really excited. If you could talk about the plan and your speaker starting from yesterday. I'm not going to spoil it for you all. Go Big Red Nation. I'll let him talk about it. But if you could talk about the speakers you had and just the plan you had with those speakers.
The plan that I had was just to try to give our guys an edge on everything in life. The plan our head football coach has is outstanding. That's to get alumni in front of the guys, NFL front office guys. He reached out to people. So this is a plan that, like I said, he and I put together. And I love working with Matt Rhule, that he gives you the keys and lets you just go ahead and drive it. You know, and it's funny, before we started, he just texted me how's it going. I sent him a few pictures. He wrote back, awesome. He loves the player development space and the player engagement space. He loves preparing our guys for life. And a lot of guys don't have the support in this role. You know it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You experienced it.
Yeah.
And to have an innovator and a thinker like Coach Rhule, it's great. It's hard. You can't serve with everybody, but I'll serve with this guy all day long because he allows me to do my job. And our main focus is to give every one of our student athletes an opportunity in life. Yeah. You know, he always says it's like, I'm going to save this kid. And he's passionate about it. His staff is built with. I'm not, because it's not a Matt Rhule show. I'm going to tell you who I work for.
No, absolutely.
And who I serve with that allow me to bless these athletes with the opportunity to get it done. This is a volunteer time. Right. Guys just graduated 2 days ago. Some guys are home, and some guys flew back from Arizona, from different parts of the country to come back here for this trip so they can gain the edge on everyone else. So the plan was just to put everybody in front of our guys that they may encounter moving forward in the future. Yeah. And why wait till they're done? Too many of us wait till they're done to do this. We want to do it now. Yeah. We can start thinking about it now and get there. We got a long time. They're so close, but still yet so far to be out on their own. And we want to give our guys an edge in every aspect in life.
I love what you said, and for you all that are listening, it cannot happen without the support of head coach. So you bringing up Coach Rhule at the conference. Gus was a speaker at the 2024 Player Development Conference. I promise I'm going to do a recap of it, or you know what, it may be up here somewhere. But someone said, show me the resources you have, the support you have, and I'll show you how good your program is. So it's ever since for me personally, the access has been whatever you need to do to help the players.
It's in the little details that people, that just the way he thinks. I'm not going to give us all the details and secrets, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said, we compete against a lot of people, we're competitors. But my support that I have from my staff, my head coach, the coaches, chief of staff, everybody in our building, they know the importance of the student athlete. They don't just talk about it, they show it by letting me do what I do. Right. That's in all aspects of our program.
Wow, love that. So speak with the speaker, with the list. I remember when you sent me the itinerary, I was so when Gus called me and said, do you want to speak? I was like, absolutely, let's go. I saw the itinerary. I saw the Nebraska Husker great, Will Shields on there. Kansas City Hall of Famer, and so many Hall of Fames. I think he's in every one he could be in.
Yes.
You had the Kansas City Chiefs here, Super Bowl winning Chiefs. You also had the NFLPA here.
Yes.
Willis Wayland, shout out to Willis Wayland with the NFLPA, and just sitting in that seat when we talked about it, and I spoke to young men, I know they understand and they're so thankful, but to hear from Will Shields, the Kansas City Chiefs, and the NFLPA, like you're designing that. Talk about the design of that, and then talk about how everybody don't get this.
Yeah, they don't have it. So I had experience working at the National Football League level, and those guys have heard myself or Coach Rhule or Evan Cooper or Terrence Knighting talk about what it's like being at that level.
Right.
So, but now it can turn into, those guys are just saying that because they're here with us.
Right.
So it's everything that we do, any present that we bring to our guys is something that we already taught and we're teaching already. those other guest speakers are great at what they do, great in life. They're validating everything that we're telling them. So that's just more buy-in from our players. Right. These guys are going to go home and tell the rest of their teammates what they experienced, what it was like. And not just the validation that we get from putting these professionals in front of them, but they have friends that are currently going through these situations that we're talking about. This is furthermore preparing them for what they have coming up next. And right. Not everybody's going to make it to the National Football League. Not everybody's going to play for a long time in the National Football League. So Will Shields is a Hall of Famer. He's a legend in the community, but also he's a businessman. He talked about starting up businesses. He's talked about the failures he had in business. He's talked about, family members and the people that can hurt you. Just your group. You talked about choices versus mistakes. Tim Terry talked about where he's coming from, Temple University, to getting cut in the National Football League and having to start a business. You're a business. You're a brand. Right. So I talk about my business, what I got going, but now these guys get to see from other professionals that not just other guys in the sport, but Will Shields was once them at the University of Nebraska, and they also said that with the first staff in 30 years, they called him back to speak. That's huge. With the first 30 years, all he's done.
Will Shields?
With the first staff that called him back to come speak and be a part of what we're doing with the Nebraska program.
And so when you say that, one thing I love the tie-in, because now these players are seeing a Nebraska great, but then they find out you all the first staff to reach out to Nebraska great. Yes. So now they say, you know what? I'm gonna get that privilege 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now.
Call us whenever they need us.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And it's to set up the importance of coming to a city. Like, of course, you could have the conference in the state of Nebraska. You could have it anywhere. The importance of bringing it to Kansas City, where there I got to meet Turner, who's from
right
Lawrence, down the street, Lawrence. Talk about the importance of that. They got a downtown experience. They got to see another, big time metro city. How is that when you're planning that? That's something I always enjoy.
It was close, first of all, and I wanted to do something that was intimate. Like, I didn't want to do something where we go in the airport and we all spread apart, got to arrive at different locations. I wanted to do something the first time we do it here is that we're all together. So it's another opportunity for me. Yes, we're doing it for these guys, but what do I get out of it? I get another opportunity to engage with the guys.
Right.
We're sitting on the bus for 3 hours talking, laughing, having a great time. We get to go to dinner together. We had breakfast together.
Right.
So it's another opportunity for me to sit down with my guys and to build our relationship. And not just a work relationship, it's a genuine relationship that we're building and fostering that's going to last a lifetime. Yeah. So if there ever is a need, I want to be the guy they call, or our coaches be the guy they call, or if I need them for anything, they're going to come out. Like, it's great to have the relationship built so that it's genuine. It's not just about work. It's not about the end. It's about lifelong, lasting friendships that's going to last forever. So that's why I want to do KC, because it's a great city, first of all. Super Bowl, we had a lot of connections at that organization. Right. Coach Rhule knows everybody. Everybody knows him. I have players that are playing there that are coach. He has players that are going there, and then like the being in the player engagement space and the Merritt family, DB coach David Merritt's been great at connecting us. We get stuff going, and it was a family type. Easy to pick up phone call, like calling the uncle. Hey, we coming to the city.
We coming.
So we got some bigger and better things coming in the future. You'll hear about this. It's not just a one-shop deal. Yeah. And I told you from day one, we do things that our guys need that's going to be different than everybody else in the country.
Right. And I think, so just going back to the things they need, I talked to some of the players, and you all will see them here in a bit. You'll see them come through the player testimonials. The players acknowledge and understand. And what they said about you is incredible. Like, I'm going to do a whole Gus playlist. I know you don't want to hear about yourself. I know you. But seeing the commitment and them understanding the commitment of player development. Because one thing I spoke with the students is just, there are a lot of titles out there, but actually seeing it and so appreciative of not only, the support that you receive from Coach Rhule, but your support of other people in this space. You are a big proponent of the space, a pioneer, helping people. Let's talk about your new hire. I met Davon here.
Sharp young man.
And the story of how you got to meet him and then eventually hire him is based off you pouring back into the player development, athlete development space. So I don't want to take the story away.
No, I'm going to take the story away. A lot of times in this space, people are chasing a logo. In any space in college football, or anybody has a predominant logo. And you come across people that just want to get in to get a job and move themselves, use you for, a jump start to what they really want to do, coaching, or something else. And I'm not real big, and I want to build guys that truly believe in what we're doing. That's the overall development of people, enhancing their experiences through college or NFL. And I'm going to do it again here coming up in 2 weeks. I'm going to open my windows up and invite some of you guys in to come meet me and talk to me and ask questions. So Davon was a young man that has always followed up. When I say reach out to him in my inbox, he did so. He did it because he wanted to. He did it with some really, really good questions. He really wanted to learn about the space. He was working in the space. He was doing great things in the space. And he's young. And he was a good fit for what the vision our head football coach has in our building. So it all has to line up. So there's a lot of great people. I met some great people through those calls. You know, I don't want to say a name drop everybody, but I met some really, really great people. And it was good to know that there are a lot of people out there that really want to do this not for a logo, not to chase a dollar, but to really bless and develop people. You know, it's like I call it building God's kingdom. That's what we're here for, taking all of our talents that He's given us to build His kingdom. And I've met some great people, and Davon was one. And he had questions, and he had follow up. And you tell everybody, hey, make sure you follow up. Make sure you follow up.
I do.
He did that. You know what I'm saying? He did that. And then it was just sharp, man. I'm telling you, just his idea. I want somebody that's going to make me better. You know, I feel like that's what I have in that role. Not just make me better if I decide to move on. God send me somewhere else to serve, or you know, if Matt Rhule makes me an AD or something like that, I want to have somebody that's going to step in and get that thing going and leave it, keep making it even better than what it was. So with Davon and Elliot, who's one of my student athletes, he's here right now. Like,
I mean, both of them,
they're sharp. You didn't even meet them alone. You'll see. So that's what it's about. So I'm gonna do it again next week. Take a night, let some people in, and meet some new people, and build this space. Because somebody's gonna call and need somebody, and we're gonna send them the right people.
Now, since I got you, we rolling. We rolling.
We're rolling.
We just finished the Player Development Conference.
Yes.
Last weekend. Appreciate your support, and you have come in. It's like. You're like Mariano Rivera, man. You come in and you close it out 2 years in a row. You close it out. Just talk about, you know, what the conference has become and then your role in it and how it is giving you a space. I think that's, you know, a shameless plug here.
No,
the conference is an incredible space to connect, to grow, network, opportunities, people getting hired from it. If you could just talk about, you know, your role in it, your speaking topics, I mean, how you just help so many people.
The player engagement, not the culture, the player engagement, player development space is something that comes from the heart. I look at it, it's not tied to playing time, it's not tied to money, it's not tied to NIL. You get to truly, and I'm gonna say this again, build a relationship with a person and watch them grow, watch yourself grow, because I learn so much from everybody that I interact with than they think I'm putting out, which they don't understand. So I'm learning every time I interact with somebody. But it's a space that's needed. When I was coming up as a young coach, a young strength coach, I was at one point just Gus Felder, a football player. People would talk to me based off of what I have done, not who I am. I think this space allows people to learn who you are, and you can't mask it. You know, you can't imitate. You got to be a genuine self. So coming up in that space, I had two people that I knew I can count on that would bring me in. There was no social media. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to age myself, but I had to go physically go to these places or pick up the phone and get rejected to call these people. But John Thomas and Ron McKeefer were two guys in the strength and conditioning world that would not just bring me in, but take my advice and ask me questions and apply it to their spaces. I'm like, man, these are some of the greatest and the greats. And they're taking my stuff and using it. Or put me in front of other people that was looking for something, a skill set that I had. So I learned a lot of those things from my high school football coach was the biggest and greatest motivator in the world. You know what I'm saying? So I picked these little traits up from other people like Joe and these guys I'm naming, and now I get to do it on the other end in the player development space because it's needed. Our guys need to learn how to deal with mental health issues. They need somebody they can go to and talk to that they can trust.
Absolutely.
That not just there to get them to play football, to do something on the field, great, and I'm done talking to you. I've been a player where my old line coach ain't talking until I got done playing, but my strength coach kept talking to me. Even so, getting my first Power 5 job, years later I was able to hire him as one of the first, return to play guys in college football. You know what I'm saying? So, and now having the guys like, Ron McKeefer reach out to me a few weeks ago, wanting to learn about the space of player, because as a strength coach, we were doing those jobs. We were the ones taking the guys to study hall. We were the ones giving life advice. We were the ones, getting those calls at night when something's going on. Now to have it separate and give it its own place, like what you're doing for it, bro, It's unbelievable. It's outstanding. You're not just giving out game about player development. You're helping teach people how to do it. You know what I'm saying? So stop giving it away, though, man. Look,
I won't.
look, pay this man because it's valuable. You pay somebody else, pay you. I'm telling you right now. See it, do it in strength and condition. We can do the same thing in here. I'm here to help out any way I can with Dr. Lori. I don't want to forget nobody's names, but we got some people that's going to help push this thing in the right direction and make it what it needs to be, because this role, having someone that's really there genuinely to help build a person, is needed. Take 5 minutes to listen to somebody talk. Take a minute to write somebody back. I know I got lots of my inbox right now, so I'm not just. I'm gonna get back to it. I just need
once
some
he
time.
done with it, I'm gonna get to mine.
Because it's a lot more coming in now, which is great. We welcome it. We're going to make sure we follow through. Like, just give back. That's the biggest thing. You know what I'm saying? Everything you have in life is not for you. God gave you all the cars and talent and money, everything you have, for you to give to other people. Now enjoy it too while you have it, but at the same time, bless some other people with it.
Absolutely. And so, got to bring this up. I watched it watching the Chasing 3 documentary.
Okay.
It was a Lego day.
And
we are close to Legoland in Kansas City.
Yeah, man.
So I know if you all, matter of fact, it's up here somewhere in the cloud. Check out the podcast episode. I forgot to say that, Mr. 1000. First ever 1,000 viewed video. This one's probably going to get 5,000, but he had the first. 2 videos in the top 5. That's crazy. Shout out to y'all.
Appreciate y'all who want to listen.
You talked about Legos. What are you working on right now? What's the Lego?
All right, I was in competition with Nash, one of my football players. We had the Legos Avengers Tower. Ooh. And he finished it. He crushed it. I'm still on like bag 20. It's it's a long time ago. So I take my time with them. I don't rush. I do it for my own therapeutic reasons why I build Lego. But yeah, man, that's what I have going right now. But June 1st, got a big release day coming out.
Let's go.
June 1st. If y'all want to send me something, please do. I don't mind. I'm saying Lego gift cards or Lego.
Come on,
hit me up, man.
Big Red Nation. Come on, y'all know. I know they know how to get. They'll make it happen. Yeah. That's what's up. All right, before we leave, don't want y'all to miss the opportunity to get some more advice from Gus Felder. So Gus, if you get those people interested in the role, interested in player development, maybe coaches trying to build it, give them advice. Let's see what you got.
No, seriously, some advice I'm going to give y'all right now is follow beyond the field. All right? Ask questions to the people that are in the space. Read and find out what your athletes need and do best to find a solution for it. Real easy. And honor God with all that you do. And that's it. I'm leaving it at that.
That's it. We are done. We are here in Kansas City. We are live. Y'all see us 20 minutes, 18 minutes, 15 minutes of your time.
I put a suit jacket on for him too, man.
Yeah. Hey, I'm going to Lincoln. It's going to be the Beyond the Field takeover in Lincoln, Nebraska. So I want to see y'all, all the Go Big Red Nation, all the Huskers. We coming. We're going to follow Gus, Day in the Life. We're going to be there. It'll probably be a fall camp edition, which is like maybe 20 hours of content, but you're going to get it. Thank y'all so much. And as I always say, go out and create generational impact. Don't wait. Create that generational impact today.